You absolutely read the title correctly. My best friend tried to fight me days before my wedding. Listen, when I posted this video, I purposely left this part out because I was still actively friends with this person. And if you're wondering, yes, it is the same person who threw up on my carpet. I saved her life and I haven't talked to her since. It's the same bitch. It's the same girl. And can I also really emphasize the fact that during this whole altercation, it was, number one, not my bridesmaid. Well, she was a bridesmaid if you're wondering. But it was my bachelorette party, my bachelorette vacation trip type deal. So the whole reason we even left Canada and went to LA was for me. Let's also keep that in mind throughout this entire ordeal. I beg you, okay? But before we get to the whole story, today's video is sponsored by me, Paris, because I did just recently release my new perfume called Pretty Privilege. If you are a coconut vanilla girly, you are going to absolutely fall to your knees when you smell this perfume. It is delectable. It is the definition of delectability. During this release, my number one priority was to make sure as many as you as possible could get your hands on Pretty Privilege. So there is a lot more stock for Pretty Privilege than there was for my first perfume launch, which was Slay. So everyone DMing me asking me to hold one for them because they don't get paid until next week, you're good. I think you're good. I'm gonna say I think you're good only because there's a lot of orders every single minute coming in for this perfume. So we are getting low on stock. But I'm truly hoping that everyone who really wants a bottle can get a bottle for themselves, because this is limited edition. There will never be another Pretty Privilege drop ever. So if you get your hands on this perfume, you have a one-of-a-kind, limited edition, very rare perfume in your collection. Let me just say, this is a head turner. It is a compliment getter. People will stop you in the middle of the mall to ask you what you're wearing, to the point where when I was developing this formula, I had to create these sample cards that literally say, you stopped me because I smell good. That is how serious Pretty Privilege is. I just need to emphasize that for you. And everyone who's gotten their bottle so far has said absolutely nothing but amazing things. So I'm really happy about that. Like, I can scream at the top of my friggin' lungs. If you want a bottle, you can get a bottle right now on rebelscents.com. I'll leave a link in the description box down below, as well as a pinned comment. It has notes of coconut, vanilla, toffee, violet, jasmine, sandalwood. It's delicious. Like, someone is gonna wanna bite your arm off when you hug them while wearing this perfume. I'm warning you from now. The type of perfume that will get you free drinks at the bar. That's why it's called Pretty Privilege. Okay? You can get anything you want smelling this damn good. Anyways, that's just your reminder to grab a bottle before it sells out. Okay. But yeah, back to the story. Again, this is my bachelorette trip. I decided to go to LA with a couple of my friends. Did not have a good time. We'll never go back to LA. And if you're from California, please do not be offended, because LA and Toronto are exactly the same thing. And I live in Toronto and I don't like it here either. Regardless, imagine this. We're on our way to LA from Toronto. We missed our flight. That right there should have been our sign to just stay the fuck home. We should have just stayed in Toronto and called it a day. But no, we decided to spend more money to make sure we get to LA and not have fun. Now, on top of us missing our flight and having to pay for an extra ticket to LA, my friend, who we're going to continue to call Shot, she lost her luggage. And listen, I've lost my luggage before. I know how it feels. I know it's not fun. So she's upset. She's mad, rightfully so. But what can we do? We can't really do anything. And at this point, because we missed our flight, it's like basically the day's done. So we're ready to just party, go out, do something. But as you guys know from my LA video, we couldn't go to an actual party because my friends didn't have enough followers. Literally, the club promoter said, how many followers do they have? Yeah, no, they can't come, basically. So we decided to go to this like outdoor, like kind of like a festival type look. I don't even know what it was. Okay, I have no clue. Regardless, we went to some kind of function, okay? But obviously before we go, we have to get ready. So me and the rest of the people were getting ready. We're doing our makeup. We're getting our outfits together. We're doing our hair. Shot has never been that type of girl. When I say that, I mean she's very natural. She doesn't wear makeup like that. She doesn't wear hair extensions. She doesn't really dress up. And even in Toronto, sometimes I'd be like, hey, Shot, like, you know, we're going to a nice club tonight. Like, you want to wear one of my dresses? Never a problem. She's like, sure, yeah, I'll wear one of your dresses, no problem. She's just never been the type of person to spend money on like beauty stuff or clothes or anything like that. Which is completely fine because I've never been the type of person to choose my friends based on aesthetics. There's a lot of people out there who will be friends with someone just because they're like, you'll look good walking next to me. Oh, we both love makeup, so like, let's just be friends. Like, we're both girly girls. Let's just do stuff together. That's never been me. I don't care if you're tall, short, big, little, bald, blonde, hijab, black, white, I don't care. As long as we vibe and I feel like we can have a good time together, we can be friends, okay? So the fact that she wasn't into beauty and fashion and stuff like that the way I was, it was never a problem. But in the back of my head, I would be like, okay, but we're all dressed up. You can't, like, it's gonna look like we kidnapped you and forced you to come to the club because you're wearing jeans and a shirt and we're all like really, really dressed up, right? So again, like I said, I'd be like, you wanna wear one of my dresses? She never ever had a problem with me saying something like that, okay? Yeah, sure, I'll wear a dress. Give her a dress. She gives it back to me at the end of the night, no problem. Wait, let's backtrack before we even started getting ready to go to the party, okay? So my friend was there and my friend was like, oh, I know this guy who lives in LA. He used to live in Toronto. Now he lives here. Let's party with him. He could show us around, blah, 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 right? So Shot was like, who's this person? Let me see them. Because she knew someone who moved from Toronto to LA. She's like, I wonder if it's the same person, right? So it turned out to be the same person. And that person was someone that she used to talk to. It was a guy that she used to like talk to. Shot is one of those people. And I also need to point out that nobody's drunk at this point, so you cannot blame it on the alcohol. I just need to say that really quickly. Shot is the type of person that when certain people are around, when niggas are around, when men are in the facility, she is not the same person. Who are you? Why are you speaking like that? Why are you talking like that? Why are you acting like a bitch for no reason? Why? Like, that is exactly who she is. I know we all know a girl like that, where when men are within a distance, a blowing distance of them, they are not the same person at all whatsoever. So I guess because this guy she used to talk to was in the house, as soon as he walked in, the vibe was completely different. She completely changed who she was. And I wasn't shocked because I was used to that, being her friend since kindergarten. Like, she'd been like that. So because she lost her luggage now, the only thing she had on her was what she was wearing, which was some beat up Jordans, a mini skirt, a cardigan, and a white top, okay? And I wasn't even the first person to point this out. My other friend who was there was like, hey, Shot, like, do you want to wear one of our clothes since you lost your luggage? Like, the reason why you are wearing this is because you don't have luggage. And I'm like, yeah, Shot, I can give you one of my dresses you can wear, like, no problem. Something I would say to her in Toronto, and there would never be a problem. But I guess because this nigga was in the Airbnb, it was an issue. I need somebody watching this video right now to explain to me why this girl, during my bachelorette trip, decided to come this close to my face and say, I don't want your fucking clothes. Pardon me? What's happening right now? Why are you getting rude? What the fuck is the problem? Listen, bitch, if you want to walk out the house wearing those busted up Jordans, that skirt and that cardigan to a party, that's on you. I'm just giving you an option. The raising of the voice, the cursing, the bad words, the attitude, the disrespect is for what? Because I'm trying to help you not look crazy when you leave this house. What? So honestly, I was taken aback. I was like, huh? And she just kept coming closer. So I pushed her in her chest and I said, back the fuck up. Because one thing about Shot is she's not about that life. And you're definitely not about that life with me. So where's this coming? Where's all this energy coming from? Don't get me wrong. She has a lot of good qualities about her. Fighting isn't one of them. So let's take it down a whole, not even a notch. Take it down a gallon. Did y'all see Cameron just run by? Like, he acted like he didn't see me. This nigga just ran by. So we're going back and forth. I'm just basically like, what the fuck is your problem? Why are you yelling? What is the issue? Why are you going off like this? And she's just on some, I don't want your shit. Don't offer me shit. If I want your shit, I'd ask you for your shit. Like, I don't know why you're offering me to wear your fucking clothes. Like, acting like that. And mind you, can we please also keep in mind that even when I offered to give her clothes to wear, I wasn't even loud about it. It's not like I said it loud to the point where the nigga was gonna hear me offer the clothes, which I still don't think would be a problem because you lost your luggage. It's not like you have your luggage and I'm like, you ain't got shit to wear. All your shit is ugly. Wear my shit. Like, it wasn't one of those. You lost your luggage. You have nothing to wear and I'm offering you a dress. What is the problem? Is that not what friends are for? I would want my friend to offer me something to wear if I lost my luggage and we're going out to party and all I have is some beat up Jordans and a skirt and a cardigan. Like, please, can I please have a dress? Weird. At this point, it's getting heated. It's getting heated. Two of my friends are holding her back and I'm getting mad at them at this point because I'm like, what are you holding her back for? We all know she's not going to do shit. So let her stand there and look stupid and not do shit. So at this point, I'm getting mad at my friends because it's like, why are you holding her back? We know she's not gonna do shit. So let her stand there and look stupid as fuck because you're not gonna touch me. And if you do, well, let's see what happens after that. And can't nobody hold me back from a fight because I will fight the people holding me back. I don't play pretend. We're gonna fight, right? Even if that means it's my bridesmaid. Like, ugh. Honestly, even with all that, I wouldn't change anything about my wedding. Like, I don't regret her being a bridesmaid because, listen, when I go back to pictures and I look at pictures and I go through a photo album with my daughter and she's like, who's that? Let me teach you a lesson about friendship, Cookie. Let me tell you, like, I love that. I love the fact that there are lessons to be learned and taught to my daughter and my future children through my mistakes. It's fine. I wouldn't change a thing. So my friends are holding her back and I'm just like, I'm gonna walk away because if I don't, someone's gonna get hurt and it's not gonna be me. And I'm not trying to get arrested in a country I don't belong to. Let me behave, okay? Meanwhile, the guy that you're acting that way for is literally laughing at you. I'm hearing the things he's saying and I'm like, that's so embarrassing. And I wouldn't want to embarrass you the way that you are embarrassing yourself. Like, you did this to yourself. I'm so sad and sorry for you. So I told her, I said, listen, if you want to leave the house looking like that, that's on you. I'm only offering you an outfit because you don't have luggage. If that made you upset, then everyone remind me to shut the fuck up the next time I try to be nice to anyone. All right, let's go because apparently you're ready. Apparently you're ready to go. We went to this party. I didn't talk to her throughout the entire time we were at this party. She was saying little things under her breath every now and then, and I kept telling her, listen, if you have something to say, say it with your chest. Say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave, or whatever that singer said. And even though that's the end of her trying to fight me, the story doesn't end there because obviously homeboy who came with us, who she used to talk to, not interested in her. Like, he wasn't... Like, he didn't fart on her, not even for a second. He's doing his own thing. She's doing her own thing. She met this guy on the side of the road who, everyone has their own taste in men, okay? So I'm not gonna say much, but I will say why. Regardless, at this point, we've been drinking, okay? And the things she's saying to this guy that she just met are absolutely absurd. And I told myself, let her dig her own grave. The things that she's saying is crazy. Let her dig her own grave. But the more she would talk, the more I was like, I couldn't stop myself. I'm like, I have to say something because she's very obviously offending this guy. And she's so heavily intoxicated, she doesn't even realize it. So let me save her, even though I should let her drown. So she met him and she was asking him, like, what's his background? Where is he from? I don't remember the country, but he said a country. And immediately, this girl's like, oh, I did a presentation in grade 5 or whatever grade about the genocide that's happening in your country. And I'm like, why is that something to bring up right now? Why are you talking to this man you just met literally 15 minutes ago about the genocide of his people? What is wrong with you? Are you okay? And you would think she would stop there, but she's going into like gruesome details about the history behind this man's country. I wish I remembered what country it is, but it's not something that's actively going on right now. But even if it was, like, the way she was talking about it was so gruesome. It was so graphic. It was so unnecessary to be talking about right now. So unbelievably unnecessary to be talking about right now to someone you don't even know. And he literally said out of his own mouth, like, can we talk about something else? Like, that's not something I really want to focus on right now. You're not even talking about it in a way where you're being sympathetic or trying to educate people around you or something. Even then, I feel like it's very, 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 like, time and place. But that wasn't even her tone when she was talking to this guy about this stuff. She was very much like, I almost failed that one because I got it wrong. Actually, the little children were... And I'm like, chill out, bro. Literally chill out. When I tell you I couldn't help myself. Not only was she making him feel uncomfortable, she was making everybody around us so uncomfortable because of how loud she was. The graphic detail she was talking about. Like, it was so uncomfortable. You guys have absolutely no clue. I had to say something because nobody else was, other than the guy who asked her multiple times to stop talking about it. So I said, Shot, you need to stop. He's asked you more than once to stop talking about this. The least you can do is respect him when he says he doesn't want to speak about it. She wanted to hype up again because obviously I'm saying this in front of a guy that she likes. So she's trying to tell me to shut up. She's trying to tell me to mind my business. She's going on and on and on and this and that and this and that and that and this. And at this point, I'm just eating it up. I'm just sitting there listening to her like, wow, okay, yeah. Okay, so are you going to shut the fuck up now? You've said everything you want to say. Are you going to shut the fuck up about this topic? Because this is super unnecessary. But she wouldn't shut up. So I just had to start walking to the Airbnb because there was no way I was just going to stand there and feel weird and embarrassed that, oh my gosh. We get back to the Airbnb now. She brought that guy back, and obviously he probably, I'm not saying nothing happened, that's not what I'm saying, but he obviously wanted something from her because, sir, why were you upset about what she was talking about and you still came back to the Airbnb? I'm sure nothing happened between them, but like, I'm just saying, he's weird too because why are you here? And the only reason why me and her continued to talk after these things happen was because I have the best friends in the world, apparently. I got hives like I showed you guys in the LA video. And I don't know if I mentioned this in the video or I left it out purposely because, again, they're my friends and I wasn't trying to, you know. But my friends decided to leave me and tell me to meet them at the airport because I had hives and they wanted to take pictures with the Hollywood sign because I have the best friends ever. Like, they are so thoughtful and think about me and my health and the fact that we're here on this vacation because of me. They love me so much, right? And Shot didn't want to take pictures, so me and her went to the airport together. And one thing about it is if me and her ever have arguments, we never hash it out. We always used to just act like nothing happened, which, if you're watching this and you do that with your friends, it's very unhealthy. You need to, if you have a problem with something that someone did, you can't just wake up the next day and be like, hey girl, you want to go to the mall with me? Like, no, that doesn't fix anything. We need to sit down and you need to treat friendships like you treat your relationships, okay? If me and Cam have an argument, we don't just wake up the next day and act like nothing happened. We talk about what happened and express our feelings to each other. She was the only friend I had that I just didn't feel comfortable doing that with. So I'm partially to blame, but I also take that as a sign, as God being like, there's no point of you even trying to express yourself because she's not gonna hear you the way you want her to. But regardless, we went to the airport together. We acted like nothing happened. I got married. She was a bridesmaid. More shit happened at the wedding, actually. Like, there's a lot of stories I could tell about this one person that could be an entire series. Because even at my wedding, like, anyways, let me just stop. Because if I keep talking, this is going to turn into like 7, 8, 9 more story times. So I'm going to shut the fuck up. That's how my best friend tried to fight me days before my wedding. My life, right? Anyways, guys, before I go, don't forget to pick up a bottle of Pretty Privilege. If you are trying to smell like an edible snack this season, this works for all seasons, winter, spring, summer, fall, it doesn't matter. It is literally vanilla coconut heaven. Ask around. A compliment getter, limited edition, no restocks, and she's selling quick. So click the link down below to get Pretty Privilege at your door. And one thing about Rebel Scents, let me just say, Rebel Scents ships like Amazon. Anybody who ordered this, you got this like the next day. You're not waiting a week, 2 weeks. No, you're gonna get it in a few days. When I say a few days, no more than 3 days after you order this, it will be at your doorsteps. No waiting, okay? And since I'm finally done with this launch, I will be uploading I promise you, listen, mark my words. I will be uploading more on YouTube. All my time was being spent on creating this delicious fragrance. And now that the launch is done, it's time to get back to uploading more regularly for y'all, okay? Mark my words, I promise you. Make sure you follow me on all my socials. Everything is going to be in the description box down below. Leave a comment down below and just let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. And let me know if anything like this has ever happened to you. I literally never asked you guys this, but apparently it's important. Give the video a like and make sure you're subscribed because we got a lot more to talk about. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Boy. Delicioso.